Welcome to Sneak Peak GABCON, your first-hand look at what's to come in the educational sessions at GABCON 2023. I'm your host, Hannah Osborne, and today I'm joined by Mark Levy, the host of two of our sales sessions. Mark, can you please tell me a little bit about yourself and your session?
Yes, I'm very excited. This will be, I think, my fourth or fifth time being able to work with good folks in Georgia, and I've enjoyed it always, and I'm so excited to be coming back. I'm going to be doing sessions for managers and leaders, and I really think that's really important because these sessions aren't just for the sales manager or the GM. They're for anybody at the station that has people reporting to them, because we're going to talk about what we can do to not be better leaders, to not be better managers, but to be better shepherds. And I actually just did this session at the Alabama Broadcasters. We got very, very good reviews. And again, we'd love to have, the folks from Georgia show up because, again, these people are they're the next step, if you will, of the broadcast industry. So it's very, very important for them to be there. If you're in sales, if you teach people how to sell, I encourage you to come to this session because we're talking about addressing objections. We're talking about how to present a proposal because you work really hard on a proposal. You can really foul it up if we don't present it in a benefit-oriented, very, very important right there, benefit-oriented way. And we're going to go through some real intricate, not intricate, but step-by-step suggestions. I don't want to say this is the only way to do it, but step-by-step suggestions that we know have worked for others. We're even going to include something that most people have wanted but never had, and that is a spreadsheet, a closing spreadsheet, where you can actually determine whether or not what you're presenting is A, sound enough for the client, and B, are you asking for enough money? Because I do believe in something. Now, I'm 5'4", and some of the people from Georgia know that I used to be a jockey. But so as a little guy, it's kind of hard for me to say this, but I believe in going big or going home. And with political money coming up right now, if we don't go big and go home, someone else is going to go big, go home, and take our money at the same time. So it should be a lot of fun. There might even be prizes.
And how can these sessions help improve the entire team?
Well, if we have better shepherdship at the top, in theory, that's going to filter down and create more of a, let's see, I guess you would say get more of a feeling of gratitude throughout the entire organization. I watched last night an old movie, The Greatest Show on Earth. And at the end of that movie, Charlton Heston talks about how everybody at the circus has sawdust in their veins. And, there's a big calamity at the end, but they pull off the big circus. And I thought to myself, my gosh, I remember when broadcasting, when everybody was in broadcasting, we had broadcasting in our veins. And it wasn't a question of, well, I have to work a remote on Saturday, so can I take Monday off? It was, let's do this. So if we can get that culture of generosity and improvement through the station, I think that's going to help. And, when you translate that into increased sales so that we can afford to get the things that we'd like to get for the station, to give people raises, get new equipment, more learning so that we can improve our skill sets, I think that's something that's going to transcend itself all through the station.
And do you recommend for anyone who's aspiring to take on these roles to attend these sessions? And if so, why?
Oh, absolutely. The leadership session especially, I state right in there that, and I'm very careful to say this, if you have others reporting to you, because we're going to talk about management versus leadership, the differences and how to be good at both. So I say that, and I say, or if you are aspiring, or if you have someone that you are bringing up for that session, absolutely they should be there. I'm often asked, well, should people in programming go to a sales session? My answer is absolutely yes. Because if you want to make more money in programming, you need to understand sales, because someday you might want to actually call on a client to yourself. If your station, radio or television, does remote broadcast, you want to be the go-to person for remotes. And to do that, you need to understand sales. And if you sell digital, absolutely, because the same rules that apply for broadcast sales apply for digital sales. And it all starts with the three most important words in sales: because you said.
And why should managers encourage their teams to attend these sessions?
Well, I could give you my real answer, but that probably isn't polite. But no, I'm going to. Most managers today are good managers. There are some that are good mentors. But a lot of times, because they're so busy doing other things, they don't have the time to get out and train the things that they were trained on when they got put in these positions. And so you're not going to get things from a 30,000-foot level. I'm only 5'4" tall anyway, so what good would that be? I will make a promise that anybody that comes to my sessions will get information that they can take out onto the street on Monday or put in place in their meeting room on Monday to start improving their stations. Now, that's a pretty bold statement, but I'm willing to back it up.
And why should sales managers and sales teams come to GABCON 2023?
Well, hopefully to hear me. No, part of that is because I will promise you that when people come to my training, I'm very clear about this. I want people to learn something new, but some of the best training I've ever been a part of is when training reminded me of some of the things I did and got away from. And this will do that. Now, you have awards, you have other great speakers, you have a beautiful venue. And the truth be told, the days where there used to be large group sales conferences where you got to exchange ideas with other people, pretty much they've gone away. This is a chance to go find somebody who's in a market different than yours and say, hey, look, why don't you swap an idea with me for a furniture store, and I'll swap an idea with you for a furniture store. I think some of the best things about this conference actually happen at the adult beverage time, when people kind of let their hair down. And I would encourage everybody to go find somebody that you've not met in a different market, introduce yourself, and start trading ideas back and forth. It's a very, very valuable part of this conference. Plus, it's on the beach. See, I'm
That's
ready.
very,
I got my
very
hat.
true.
I'm ready to go.
Well, I cannot wait to see you at GABCON 2023. Thank you for sharing some time with me, Mark.
Hannah, thank you so very, very much. And folks in Georgia, I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon.